My fellow Biafrans, the battle line has just been drawn between the USB government, the Finland, and the Nigeria, my people. The Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE, and our cabinet member, yesterday night, they have came out to tell Biafrans the implication of what the Finland did yesterday against our PM, Simon Ekpa, against Biafran. They equally used the opportunity to tell us what happened inside the court, what we are going to be expecting or what we are going to be seeing concerning our PM, whether they are going to accept it, how they are planning to deal with both Finland and Nigeria. Please, my people, I won't make you now. If you don't have enough data, please find one. Sit down and watch this particular broadcast. Listen to all that Deputy Prime Minister Dr. NGOZI ORABUEZE and our cabinet members said regarding these ongoing battles right now. Sit down and listen. Don't forget to like and share so that other people will equally get this update. Watch it and equally share their own opinion. Let's listen to her.
Sir, if this judgment was not turned over, hopefully within 1 year, with good character, our Prime Minister will go home within 1 year. I know. That is the way it goes. So those jubilating that, oh, their Prime Minister have been given 6 years, you need to go get your records straight. PM does not have any 6 years. It's concurrently 3 years, minus 9 months, 2 years, 3 months. If he's good, after 1 year, he goes home. If this justice is upturned, he goes home after the appeal. We have 7 days to declare that we want to appeal, and we have 30 days for the appeal process. So, Biafrans, be not moved. There is nothing. Be not moved. Thank God we declared our independence in Finland on November the 29th. Think about what would have happened if we didn't take this bold step to declare our freedom. And some mediocres on social media will be telling you, oh, you should have left the Finland, you should have not declared, you should have not done this. These are agents planted by the Nigerian state to disrupt what we are doing. Thank God we declared our independence. And at this point, Finland, you are talking about legal. You should follow us back to back on the legal processes and on the legal standing we are going to be going with Nigeria, toe to toe. Be sure you are there to witness that legal process which you want Biafrans to use to get our freedom. I'm very, very happy that this judgment has brought to the world that the United States of Biafra is a sovereign state, is a sovereign nation, and we are going to defend it using, in quotes, the legal way that Finland has suggested. Again, this judgment has shown the failure of the Nigerian state. The failure of the Nigerian state to kill our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Their initial plan is to extradite him to Nigeria, where they will kill him. That was the plan for the Nigeria. They colluded with Finland. Finland never bothered about all the report, over 200 pages of human rights abuses reported to Finland government by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Finland never bothered about that. Thousands of Biafrans that were killed. Finland never bothered about that. Thousands of Christians, Biafrans that were removed and killed. Finland never bothered about that. Our businesses that have been burned down, our homes that have been burned down. The legitimized governors colluding with Tinubu and the Nigerian state to destroy our homes, destroy our economic means, kill our women, rape our young girls, destroy our farmland, invade and occupy our land. Finland never addressed any of this. And the lawyer that represented Obatobia never betrayal was that? They brought these witnesses from DOS IPOB organization to come and say, oh, you give order here and it happens there. Who is it? You, Finland, that will give order for Biafrans to obey? No. Biafrans will listen to their leaders. Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran leader. Simon Ekpa is a Biafran leader. They listen to them because they have the interests of them at heart. That is the one they will listen to. Anyone you plant into Biafra land will fail. Biafrans will reject that person. And there's nothing anyone can do about that because we are building one of the most democratic countries in the world. So if you are thinking or planning or plotting to plant anyone in Biafra land, you have failed. It's a promise. So again, we saw the criminal judgment delivered by Finland against our prime minister. For nothing, according to them, he engaged in terrorist activities. He was sponsoring terrorists. So when Canada has declared that Nigeria and the Tinubu and their leaders with their political party is a terrorist organization, Finland, didn't you hear that? You think you can down our spirit? You think you can cage us? You think you can suppress us? You failed on arrival. I promise you that. Because the world knows who the terrorists are. And it is the Nigerian state that you, Finland, collude with. So, fellow Biafrans, men and gentlemen of the press, world leaders listening to me, I want to let Biafrans know that nothing can stop the full protection of our land. We have already declared our independence. And Finland, let me start with the legal. The first legal law that Nigeria is breaking as we speak is that Nigerian state under Tinubu and Christopher Musa is currently occupying Biafra land as we speak now. They are occupying Biafra territory as we speak. You're talking about legal process. You're talking about the legal way to get our independence. So, right now, Nigeria has broken the first legal law, which you, Finland, is looking for by currently occupying Biafra land, even after we've peacefully written to them that we have declared our independence. Over 50 million Biafrans have voted through a self-referendum. We met all the criteria as a nation. We have our constitution. We have our declaration document. We have our money. All that is in the process of being executed and implemented. We have our Biafran ID card. Our international passport is on the way. We have our Biafra driver's license. So Finland, your partner, Nigeria, as we speak, has failed the first law of freedom for the people as they are currently occupying Biafra land. So you must start from there right now to tell them to leave Biafra land immediately. That is number one crime of the Nigerian state as we speak today. You are looking for legal ways. Finland, you said we should get our freedom from the legal way. One of the legal ways Nigeria is breaking as we speak now is that Nigerian state is occupying a foreign land, which is the United States of Biafra territory. So that is the law they are breaking as we currently speak right now. So Finland, you should address that. You must address that law that Nigeria is breaking right now as we speak. Because we will defend our land, we will defend our people. Fellow Biafrans, I want to use this opportunity to let you all know that our Prime Minister has not committed any crime, not even one. He denied all the charges. Finland imposed this criminal judgment on our Prime Minister. That is exactly what they did. They did that based on the economic game between Finland and Nigeria, where they asked them to give them the oil. They gave them the gas contract at Lekki, and they will move Simon Ekpa to them to kill. But thank God, we stopped Finland, and we will continue to stop Finland, is a promise. On that note, I thank all Biafrans, all the 40 state governors in Biafran land, all the commissioners in the 40 states of Biafran land. The United States of Biafra was really cleared November 29th, 2024 in Lahti, Finland. Despite all the threats from Finland government, despite all the threats from Finland authorities, where they threatened some of us will be arrested, some of us will never leave Finland, some of us with all this kind of threat they brought on us, we were resolute. We declared our independence in Finland on November 29th, 2024. There is only one government under the United States of Biafra government, led by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. That is the only government recognized at this time for our new nation. So I'm telling the world, I'm letting Biafrans know that our Prime Minister has not committed any crime, not even one. The terrorist is the Nigerian state. That is why Nigeria is a failed state. Nobody can resuscitate them. So the attempt by Finland to resuscitate a failed nation that is going down the drain by the second, both of them, both countries will go down in that way, is a promise. I also want to use this opportunity to tell Biafrans, you must be strong. Do not despair. Do not be moved. Do not be worried. I know it's a painful period for us because Finland has no reason to collude with a terrorist state to sentence our Prime Minister. They have no reason to do that. So this shocker, which they brought to everybody, including their own citizens in Finland, we will navigate through this successfully. It's a promise I'm giving you. Let no one be moved. Let no one be confused or think that there is anything wrong that our Prime Minister did. No, it is Finland that has committed a crime, atrocity against humanity, against human rights, against self-determination, against self-defense. That is exactly what Finland has committed. Today, with Nigeria, together, they will get the repercussion for this crime they committed today. We want to honor our Prime Minister. We want to appreciate you. We want to thank you. You are the reason for the season. Do not be moved for that which you seek. We already got it. And we will use every legal means to make sure that every indigene, every security, every apparatus of the Nigerian state in Biafra land, they must leave. They will leave. It's a promise. Legally. Legally. And I want you, Finland, to watch that legal process, which has already commenced. On that note, Biafrans, I think that is all that I have to talk to you about today. Again, I thank all the 40 state governors, the commissioners, the commanders in their respective states taking care of their states, protecting their states with what they need to do with our military, our police, our security, our defense. We will protect our land because we are a sovereign nation. We've declared our independence. I thank all the cabinet members that are working day and night behind the scene. I thank all the liaison heads. This is a time to double, triple whatever you are doing towards our final push to protect the Biafra land. I thank all the cabinet members. I thank all the stakeholders. What Finland has done today has shown the whole world that the globalist agenda and the plots and the plan by some European countries to continue to suppress, to intimidate, and think they can lord it over African countries, such as Biafra, that plot, that plan will never succeed. Thank you so much. We will meet in the court. So Finland, be ready. With you and Nigeria, be ready. Because the United States of Biafra government, we are in the courts. And more is coming. And I am very, very happy that you brought this legal way. You brought it, even though that the one that our Prime Minister showed you, all the legal documents presented to Finland is not enough. All the complaints we brought to the Finnish authorities, to the Finnish government, they never reported it to the European Union Human Rights Commission that there is human rights abuses going on in Nigeria, being reported every day. Thousands of Christians are killed every year in Nigeria. Finland is not talking about that. Thousands of Biafrans are murdered every year. Finland, you did not address that in the court. You did not address that in the law court. In the shambolic trial you went over with PM Simon Ekpa. No, you did not. Because you already had your mind made up. Alexander, stop. You already set up the table. You already set up the game. You must complete your own side of the deal with the terrorist state of Nigeria. That's exactly what you did. Because the world watched the shambolic trial you did with our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. And we know what is going on. We know what you did. Again, I want to use this opportunity to let Biafrans know that these also shall come to pass. It is one of those things that happen in the quest for people to be free. Nigerians want to use every means possible to continue to milk the natural oil resources, oil reserves in Biafra land. Not anymore. Not anymore. We will stop you. It's a promise. You cannot come to our land, milk our natural resources, ship it abroad, get into contracts with countries like Finland, and you think you will continue to do that on the blood of innocent Biafrans that are dying every day, being taken away by the Nigerian state, locked up in different cells across Nigeria and in Biafra land, in DSS dungeons, in the prisons, in police stations, in army barracks. You think that is okay. And you're talking about law. You know what law means, Finland. You don't know what law means. You have no clue. You don't know. You don't know. Thousands of innocent Biafrans have been killed, languishing in cells across Nigeria and across Biafra land. Did you ask Nigeria what crime have these individuals committed? You are supposed to be part of the human rights process. Did you ever ask Nigeria what crime has these people committed? Their only crime is that they want to be Biafran. Their only crime is they want to have their own country. But they are locked up and feel like you're talking about legal process. Shame on you. What do you know about legal process? when you have 200 pages of human rights abuses committed by the Nigerian state submitted officially to your office, you did not address that. You didn't do anything about that. But you shamelessly come out to deliver judgment. You think you lock up Simon, you lock up our mind, you lock up our self-determination, you lock up our resoluteness to build and protect our land from external enemies like the reintegrated terrorists from Nigerian government. No, you don't have that power. And we will see how this law, this legal freedom that Finland has suggested, we are already on that. And we want you to be part of that from beginning to end. On that note, dear friends, that brings us to the end of my speech. And I don't know if there are a couple of cabinet members, please, you want to bring them to say something, and we'll just take 1 or 2 or 3 questions, and that would be it for today. Thank you so much.
Oh my God! In fact, person tire.
Is mouthpiece available? Okay, there are a couple of requests. From D, you send a request. Mouthpiece, are you here?
I don't think she's there.
Sister Lewin, can you talk? Or from D, can you speak?
Yeah, I can speak.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Deputy Prime Minister. Thank you, cabinet members. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, friends of Biafra. Thank you, enemies of Biafra that is listening. At this juncture, I would like to say especially people of Biafra and what he's still doing for the people of Biafra. And I thank our DPM for standing for Biafra and declaring the nation of Biafra on the 29th of November 2024. What she did is what is helping us to stand where we are today. As she have already said, what Finland did is a shambolic verdict, and they know that. Finland has already soiled their hand. When they decided to join NATO, that was when I know, no, they won't speak the truth anymore. Because even during the Biafran war, Finland was one of the countries that helped feed Biafran children. And for them to give Biafrans a dirty slap at this time, we never expected that. But one thing I would like the world to know is, Biafra has already been ordained, which I keep on saying, Biafra has already been ordained. No human, no man born of a woman can stop the nation of Biafra. Biafra has been ordained right from time. As Nelson Mandela said, when you're a freedom fighter, you're either in prison or exile or in the grave. So what is happening is normal. It's normal for the world, because what Biafra did, Biafra followed all the laid down laws you have to do before you acclaim that you are a nation. Biafra strictly did that. And Michael Rubin, when he presented during the convention, he said that Biafra did everything a nation should do before they ask for their independence. And the world watched us do that. And Nnamdi Kanu said Biafra will be the last miracle on earth. That is what we are witnessing. Even the evil one doesn't want Biafra to exist. But what we are doing is beyond any human. It's beyond any demonic activity. It's beyond any witchcraft. This is the throne of God. God has ordained Biafra. Nobody can stop Biafra. No matter what they do, no matter what they say, Biafra has already been declared. Because they think when they take Nnamdi Kanu, there will be no Biafra. God said to them, no, there will be a Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu presented to us Simon. Listen to him. We listened to him. And now they took Simon. They think there will be no Biafra. No, there will be Biafra. Because Biafra is a spirit. Biafra is a movement. No matter what they do, nobody will stop Biafra. No nation can stop Biafra. So I thank our DPM for what she's doing. Because she's a lady that God has appointed to us at this time. And we must listen to her, because she's the one leading us forward. We have to stop all distractions, because what they're creating is distraction within Biafra land, distraction in the diaspora. But do not be moved, as she said, do not be moved. Because what we're doing is already been ordained. Do not be moved. What we cannot complete, God will send his angels to complete for us. Biafra, not Biafra, Finland never expected Biafrans to be so outspoken. If they know what will happen now, they wouldn't have stepped at the wrong step. But they've already got themselves chained because they made a promise they cannot fulfill. I know they are quaking, no matter what judgment they lay out, they are quaking in their pants at the moment. They are quaking because they've done evil on a nation that have been bleeding, that will be bleeding for how many centuries? Innocent blood has been wasted. For them to trample on that innocent blood and lay this judgment is a complete failure on the side of Finland and for any nation that is assisting them. And as for Nigeria, Nigeria is already a failed state because Nigeria have no respect for its citizens. Bloodshed is like a river. Every day there's bloodshed. The money they have, they can't use it for good. They use it to bribe nations, to cover their atrocity, to cover their evil. But that evil is coming to an end, whether they like it or not. Biafra has come to be. And I thank all cabinet members, all true Biafrans that are still fighting. Do not be discouraged. Do not be moved. And I PM wherever he is, I know he's not moved because they know who has sent them. Because he who has sent them hasn't left them. God is with them wherever they are. God is with them. No matter what the world does, they will never stop the spirit of Biafra. It's a shame for Finland, though. It's a very big shame for Finland. Because these people think they know, but they know nothing. Simple human courtesy, they don't know. Simple human wisdom, they don't know. They look at the skin of people and make judgment. But deep in them, they know the truth, and that truth will eat them up until they stand up and do that which is right. So Biafrans, do not be moved. God is with us. Our fight is just. Our defense is just. Self-determination is not a crime. Freedom is not a crime. So do not be discouraged. For people like me to come out to this fight, I believe me, God is with us. Nobody should be afraid. Stand your gap and fight. However you can fight. Pray on your knees. Whatever you can do, contribute. Even if it's a penny, Tesco says £1 is okay, 1 penny is okay. Whatever you can do to support the nation of Biafra, do that. And for those who are laughing at us, shame on them, shame on them. I'm talking to the happy slaves among us. Those who have eaten Nigerian dirty money, Nigerian blood money, and come to social media to fight against true Biafran. Shame on you, shame on you. And for those who have caused, opened their mouth to abuse, caused true Biafrans, shame on you. Whatever cause you raise on any true Biafrans, you will drink that cause. You will drink that poison. Shame on you that raise your hand against Biafrans. Shame on you that raised your hand against innocent blood. Shame on you that raised your hand against innocent people in prison, being killed, their organs being harvested. Nigeria killed so many Biafrans, and the world saw it happening.
So my beautiful people, una don hear, una don listen to wetin Deputy Prime Minister and her cabinet member out of anger yesterday night don come out to tell Biafrans concerning the matter, the way forward, and also the implication of what the Finland court just did. What's your own opinion? Do well by dropping it in the comment section. Don't forget to like and share this so that other Biafra will equally get to see this update and be carried along with the process or whatever the USB government are intended to do. Thank you so much for always doing so. I'll be seeing you guys again in my next one. Bye-bye.